What's up, guys? I'm coming back at y'all with another video and another random thought. In the wake of what just happened 2 days ago in Utah, it really just showed me how heartless people are. Just by hearing some of the reactions, I did not even see how it all went. Like, I still haven't watched the video because I know it's not a good sight to see. Now, based off of hearing what other people said, how easily it was to prevent that from happening, they still haven't learned from those two assassination attempts. One was very closely successful with Trump last year, and then now this. And it just really shows you how people are very immature. They can't disagree the right way. They gotta always take things by force. They gotta always take things the violent way. Instead of agreeing to disagree, you're gonna take you're gonna take it to that kind of measure to take someone out because you don't agree with them. That within itself is so demonic. Like, where has this country gone? And look, the media, the liberal media, look, I'm not gonna say Fox is any better, and I said this in my video I made yesterday about how this country is still divided even after 24 years later, when the country unified because of the terrorist attack in New York. Now, there's more that happened to that day than what the media explains, but I'm not going to even talk about that because, if you expose something in the government, you may be next on the assassination list. I really don't like, talking about negative things, but right now, I'm just being real with y'all. I'm not going to keep holding back. Whatever it is, like I said, these random thoughts, I'm going to put it out here. Now, it's been a period to where, like a week and a half, to where I haven't uploaded anything. Like, even the commentaries, I haven't done one of those in a while. But seeing some of the reactions, these people dancing, these people making memes, the things that people are leaving in the comment section, I've seen it, but I still have yet to even give my reaction. I will. The commentary will be coming about this. Now, with me, I try to do everything together, but then I'm understanding now it's okay to do bits and pieces of this. But I really want to just cover this topic and then be done. Not saying that I don't want to, talk about him or anything like that. But it's just that when things like this happen, people will keep dragging it on and on and on and on and on. Right now, it's just sad. And when I say that, I'm not saying that, it's not important, but I'm just tired of reporting and talking about things like this. But it's such a serious matter because it's happening more often. They're trying to take the last person that had the last assassination attempt on Trump to trial. And then another thing is what happened at the Catholic school in Minneapolis about two weeks and a half ago. I still have to cover that because there's some more things that's coming out on that. Very questionable things. But hearing some of the things people were doing and joking, and they were actually happy celebrating his death, y'all are dead inside. Y'all have no soul. And even in the Bible, it says the heart is deceitful, and who will understand it. I know I kind of paraphrase it. That's why you have to really read and memorize the scripture, so that way you can be more sure in what you're saying. But y'all know where y'all know which scripture I'm talking about. Y'all know which verse I'm talking about at that. But it just sickens me, man. And it's like to the point to where having conversations with people about this, you have to cover your senses. You don't know who hates you out here. You have some very evil people. Just seeing some of the things people left in the comment section. I know I'm repeating myself, but it just makes me lose faith in humanity. This just really makes me want to go somewhere else away from everyone. I've had thoughts about this plenty of times. Living like in the country area, kind of like off the grid. But it wasn't to where I had all this in mind. I just thought it would be, such a nice thing. As a kid, you have, different imaginations. I say, I wonder how it would be if I have a side-by-side vehicle. I'm in the forest, and I mean, not so much in the mountain, but, somewhere where there's like nice, a nice country area, and I'm driving my side by side and just living a simple life. I always thought about that when I was little, but as time went by, some of that changed, and I started liking the city more because I am from the city. But going back to what I was saying, I just kind of went off on a little tangent of what I was saying about being around everybody. You have to really watch. Cover your senses out here. I was on the way to an event that a restaurant was doing. And it's getting to a point to where, like, you have to watch everybody. I mean, it don't matter if black, white, whoever, but I mean, especially right now with even the crime, and that's another thing with what's going on in Chicago, and people are fighting against that. It's like, how twisted can your mind be? Y'all would rather want the crime to go up, all in the name of, it's just the mental health. They need to invest more in the community. The mayor ain't doing that. Okay, and then you got the crime rate going up, and y'all not even tough on crime. So what do you expect? If nothing's being done, then you're going to have that. You're going to have Trump taking that necessary step to regulate the crime because y'all can't handle it. Y'all cannot even hold your own city together. So what do you expect? This world is so gone, man. This country, and I'm talking as an American, this country is so gone. This country is crazy. Now, the other countries, they have their problems. They have corruption, too, in their government. People want to take other people out. But this right here is sick. You know why? Because everybody watches America. Everybody looks up to America. Most of the time for aid and help. So whatever America does, the whole world does it. Everything. But I'm going to cover more on this. I mean, that's all I got on my mind right now in regards to this. People are just dead inside. They have no soul for y'all to even celebrate and be laughing and dancing over this. And this is not the first time. Like I said in my last video, Kevin Samuels, they did the same thing because most of the women did not agree with what he said. And look, for me, like I already said, I have not labeled myself, even with Republican or Democrat. I will label myself an independent conservative, and I don't label myself in that community. I just see how things are for the way they are. Some of the things that they say are valid. The dating's so messed up. Relationships are messed up. People expect to get something more once they've already been with so many people, but they took him out because they didn't like what he was saying. I don't know who, but they say he has some kind of heart condition, but we already know people use these health these health issues just to cover up what actually happened behind the person's death. But that's all I got. Y'all let me know your thoughts and opinions about this in the comment section. And the commentary will be coming about this. But until next one, I'm signing out. Later.